Steve Davis Show is proudly presented by Dave and Buster's.
Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show. We got special guests. Is Joe Casper, the host of the Dr. Joe Show. Did I mess that up?
No, the Underground Health Club.
Underground Health Club. But Dr. Joe's the host of it. So
yes, I'm happy to be here, and I just want to thank Steve for allowing me to do my program. I've been gone for a few months.
And we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about it because that's more of an interesting story than almost the vitamins that you provide for everybody. So.
Okay.
But yeah, so. You've been MIA. You've been missing in action. You got all of our fans all excited and everything, and then you took off and and you had to go play baseball.
I did.
That's a great calling,
Well, thank you. It's something I go back home to New York to take care of my mom's health, and people know that, and it's always an honor to go back home. And
she's turning 80 this year.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She'll be 80 in December. Well, yeah. Landmark birthday for her.
Great.
Yeah, so I'm real excited that she's getting younger every day, Steve. I mean, she's doing better, always better, and she listens to me. Finally, very rare when your mom listens to you when it comes to health.
Well, that's why she's hitting that that next mark.
Yeah.
To 90.
Isn't it funny though? It's as you get older, your parents take care of you, but then at some point the roles can reverse.
Right.
And I think as adults,
that's the way it should be.
Exactly right. But as adults, even if you have children, you need to know your parents raised you, so you might have to take care of them one day. And I think people, not that you have to, of course, but it's a nice thing to do.
It's a great thing to do. It's not a nice thing. It's a great thing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your baseball season, man. It's intriguing to me. I mean, because you're so passionate about it, and you're very upfront and very honest about who you are and what you do. And
thank you.
And you said you were going to do this show, once a week last year, and you lived up to it.
Of course.
And you did it, and then you said, no, I'm going to go on I got to go do baseball, and it was and that's like something you look forward to doing every year.
Yes, it is. It's very interesting because I guess I kind of live a life of.
And tell us where the league is. It's back. It's not like you're playing baseball in Albuquerque.
Correct.
You're going back to New York.
Yeah, I kind of lived a life almost like a college student in a way, but just not the wildness because I couldn't handle it anyway. That I live here and then I go back home for the summer. And I really like playing. I got a chance to coach this year, by the way, when I was in Albuquerque. I coached Los Padillas Elementary School, little kids, and I love that place. They're really nice over there to me, and all the teachers and the principal, everything, they always get my vitamins, which is nice and helps. I had a nice time coaching, but I realized, even though I am my age, which is 51, I admit that.
I didn't think you were a day over 51.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I am a few days over 51. If given the choice, and this is funny, Orlando Griego, the great baseball coach at Rio Grande High School, we've had this discussion, and he argues with me vehemently that, no, Joe, you're wrong. Given the choice, most people my age I know would rather coach than play. I'd rather play. I still got that burning fire to play.
And you're competitive. I mean, that's the reason I don't play, is I'm not competitive. Okay, in basketball, I mean, I can't do the things, and it's frustrating that it's hard for me to run up and down the court for 40 minutes. Okay?
Right. And see, it's funny. Basketball is a different sport because it's so up and down. You don't see many 40 or 50 and older basketball leagues. Or hockey leagues.
Well, I didn't even know there was a baseball league.
Yeah, well, see, but baseball, you can do it because baseball is station to station. You run, you stop, you run, you stop. Basketball is continuous, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much. So the other sports is very, very difficult. Same with football. You don't see 40 and older tackle football. Guys would be dead. They wouldn't make it.
You don't even see flag football.
Well, flag's hard too because they lose their quickness.
Right.
So I play the 38 and older division, and I play the 18 and older division as well. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, the 18 is much tougher because the kids throw harder, they're college kids.
But you had your batting was better again's the 18. So
it was. That's a fluke.
Was it just because you're just making the older guys feel good about themselves?
Let's call it how it is. I get less at bats with the younger kids. That's one reason. Okay, so less chance of. But it just happened this year. Everything fell into place. But the weird thing is I'm going back home when I'm playing, and a lot of my former, not a lot, maybe 4 or 5 of my former teammates, their children are now my teammates, which is weird. Because, you look out in the field and we play during the week, and it's kind of like, the catcher's 25, this one's 21, 19, 33. There's me in the outfield, 51.
So what position do you play?
I play center field.
Center field.
I can play all the outfield positions as well. I like right field because I still have my arm. I haven't lost my arm yet, thank goodness. So I still can run, and I can still throw. Thank goodness, but I'm not as strong as I used to be. I mean, in other words, I don't drive the ball as well as I used to be. Orlando says I'm a punch and Judy now.
So how many games do you play? So tell me about the league.
I play. Okay, I play in the MSBL, which is in Staten Island, in New Jersey. So I usually play overall about 25 games a summer. Which is not bad. And we had a few rainouts. I played this year I actually played less games. I played a total of about 20 games this year, okay? And usually once during the week and then once on Sunday. That's enough. And then I do my workouts in between. But I don't want to overdo it. I don't like to play back-to-back games. I know what my body can take. And I use intelligence. So if I have a game on Sunday and my young team has a game on Tuesday and I'm still sore.
So you're basically in 2 leagues.
Yes, exactly. I'm DHing Tuesday. I have to use my intelligence. I can't do what I used to do. You can train all you want. I know my body can only take so much. And I got to be realistic. So I want to last. And my goal now is to be in this league when I'm 60.
And you have a tournament at the end of the year, and you've defended it 3 times in a row.
Yes. Now,
in the older league. You didn't talk about the younger league.
Right. In the old league, but I wasn't there for the championship. My team, the Basking Ridge Giants, guys, hope you're listening, Basking Ridge, New Jersey, okay, won the championship 3 years in a row. Okay, and I was a part of it. And it's nice to be a part of it. They're great guys. I mean, they really are great guys. All different personalities, all different jobs. Nice guys, parents. Some even are grandparents now. In other words, so it's a very good mixture of personalities. And I come in for the summer. I play a few months. I leave. They know what I'm going to do. In other words, they know what that I'm only going to be there part of the season because I have commitments here. And I've been doing this for a few years, and it's nice. I enjoy it. It's like 2 lives. It reminds me when I went away to college. I had my college friends, I had my home friends. Same thing now.
Well, Dr. Joe, we're going to go to the Dream Style top 10 plays of the week.
Oh, I like that.
And then we're going to come back and talk about your vitamins, and we're going to talk about your upcoming show that you're going to redo. We're going to do it, and you're going to do it twice a month.
Yes, sir.
We're going to. And then we're going to get some dates of when those shows are going to air.
Yes, sir.
Dave & Buster's is your destination for fun. Eat delicious chef-crafted food. Try sizzling favorites and new creations from our talented chefs. Drink the coolest cocktail creations. Play the hottest new games to win awesome prizes. And watch all the games in the best sports bar ever. Only at Dave & Buster's.
Hey, welcome back to the Steve Davis Show. We have Mr. Dr. Joe Transfer.
Thank you.
And we have his show. I call it Dr. Joe because it's the deal, but it's what's the other name behind it?
Well, I'm very.
I should know that, so I'm just.
Yes, I'm very thankful that the great Sasha Johnston, who's Albuquerque's #1 realtor, that's Sasha Johnston. She gave me the name Underground Health Club. She goes, "That's perfect fit for you, Joe." So I took her advice and I did exactly what she said.
We, in the first segment there, we were talking about, you playing baseball at 51 and things, and I know you're big on vitamins, and last show that you and I won, that you said, the thing I learned is that vitamins lose their potential if they're on the shelf, and that's one thing that's one thing that you strive at, that your vitamins are needed, that they're not on the shelf, and they do a better job of helping your body.
Yes, let me kind of explain that if I can, folks. What happens with vitamins is most of them aren't what you think. Now, we do need organic food, we need to eat better, correct, but the soil has been depleted, so whenever someone says, I eat right, I don't take any vitamins, that's not usually true. I mean, there are some cases. But as we get older, our cells break down. We're not what we were when we were 20. We're just not. So if you have good vitamins that, let's say, go from the lab to your house, don't sit on the shelf. So you got to realize this, when you have vitamins, it's like mine right here. This is okay.
It's a power pack.
Power pack, right. So these are not in Walmart. These are not in Whole Foods, okay? Because if they were, that means they'd be at least 6 months to a year old, because when vitamins are made, they make a certain amount of them, usually thousands of them. They sit in a holding facility.
Millions.
Well, it depends on the company, yeah, but at least a minimum of 1,000 of them. Yeah. So the vitamins sit in a holding facility. They go to a warehouse. They get shipped, so there's a big process. You're lucky if you get vitamins in the store, no matter how good the store is. If they're 6 months old, that's about as fresh as they're going to be. So what I do is I have my vitamins made. I make 20, 30, 40, maybe 50 at a time. They're sold within 2 weeks. That's how I do it.
Also, you keep it down.
Yes. Now, is that good for business? No. Am I marketing the right way, doing it that way? No. But I want people to have the best things possible. So when I designed Power Pack 3, okay, and
so how many vitamins are in there right there?
There's 90 capsules, 30 packets.
Right.
So in here is a probiotic, a digestive enzyme, and a multivitamin. And students can take these, teenagers, adults, little kids. They're a whole food base. There's no fillers. Every time you buy a vitamin, you'll see usually there's 1 or 2 fillers, Steve, which really bothers me. Even the best companies put something in them, or they manufacture them on the wrong equipment, and there's cross-contamination. I love the fact that when you go to powerpack3.com and you see my testimonials, every one of those people on there are paying clients. Every one, even though all the doctors bought it. Except for my mother, I pay for hers, she's on there. But here's a reality. Most people who comment on vitamins get paid to say whatever they're going to say. They're told to say certain statements, or they get paid, and they don't even take them half the time. So I don't have any paid people to say what I'm going to tell them to say. And I don't even do that. I want the people to tell me how they feel. And every one of those testimonials, person feels better, they have no polyps, they're digesting better, they're metabolizing better, they have more energy, whatever it may be. I think it's time for people to stop being honest. And honesty is so important. And in the health field, there's so many lies. It's ridiculous. People lie. Take this pill and lose 20 pounds.
Do they lie because of the word money? I mean, we were in about Oxycontin.
Right, Oxycontin. Right.
And then there are the people that developed it, and how they, how many people have died from it, but it was one of the top advertised drug to take.
Of course, because
and then it was so addicting, and now it's probably one of the most addicting drugs there is. The good of it has become more bad.
Yes, I mean, I know people that have been thrown out of cholesterol studies. It comes down to money, and there's things I know I can't say on TV because I could probably get myself shot, and I don't want to. I don't feel like getting shot.
And I don't either.
I don't want that happening. Right. And I'm not even joking. I'm really serious. I really know things I shouldn't know. And in this world, if you find the truth about someone doing something which is not right, and the company is big enough, you will be in deep you know what. It does come down to money. Okay? And I have people say to me, they go, Joe, do you want to make a lot of money selling your Power Pack, or do you want to help a lot of people? What do you want to do? And I said, I got to help people first. And the guy said to me, he goes, you're never going to become a millionaire this way. I said, I can't make these in China, which I've been told to do. I won't.
Where are they made?
In the United States, of course.
In New York? Or
No, a lab not too far from here.
Okay,
yeah.
In New Mexico?
No, actually not in New Mexico, but very close.
Okay.
One of the bordering states.
It's okay, I'll leave you alone. Right?
Yeah, it's okay. Anyway, and I have a dedicated lab that makes my stuff. There's nothing else on my conveyor belts. Everything's done the way I want. But when you have things done the way you want, it costs more to make. Your profit is less. I'm okay with that. I really am. I just feel if you start going the other way, that you're going to become what you don't want to become. And I always want to do what I feel is right. And that's how I live. I'm not perfect by no ends, but I know that I have great vitamins. Fantastic. This blows away any company out there. It does. Absolutely blows it away. And anyone wants to call me, you can call me at 877-347-7839. Talk to me. And this stuff kids can take. If you want to challenge me, go ahead. You're going to lose, but you can do that if you want.
Well, the thing, this is something new that you brought to, you just brought to me, talked about, and I was, you took my thunder away from me, but I wanted
I'm sorry about that.
I wanted to, let people know that, even, you've given me great insight. One, with the show, with your guests, and we're going to talk more about that in the next segment, but, one thing about talking with you is you tell it like it is, okay? And you're talking from not from a liaison still. You're talking from being a doctor, and that's why I have you on Proview Networks, is because you have the ability to lead people in the right direction and give advice that it's just not vitamins on, and we're going to touch on this topic, I think we have enough time right now, just, like aspirin. You said something earlier about aspirin. For my heart, I take a little, they prescribe a little aspirin, a small dose every day.
Right, right, and guess what? Right, and again, I'm not your doctor. I'm a nutrition doctor. I'm not an MD. I don't claim to be. But here's the reality. So whenever you take any kind of over-the-counter medicine or prescription, there is a chemical in it. There is a side effect. It could be minimal. So if a doctor says take a baby aspirin for your heart, it has some benefits. But there is also a possibility of damaging your liver after doing it for 20 years, which they don't tell you because they're not allowed to tell you, really. It's not good for business. They're not doing anything wrong, but that's part of it. There's always a side effect. You drink a diet soda, you drink a regular soda, there's going to be an issue. Not once in a while, but if you live on these kind of things, it's going to affect you some way or one way or another. It might take 20 years, Steve. It might show up a different way, but if you put toxins in your body, it will damage you at some point. And that could be hanging out with toxic people too. So if you're hanging with people who are emotional vampires or angry victims who bitch and complain a lot, guess what? That's going to affect your constitution for health, of course. Everything affects everything.
Well, Dr. Joe, we're going to come back. We're going to talk about your show, and we're going to pick up on that subject that you made some things I want to talk about.
Okay.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Dave & Buster's is your destination for fun. Eat delicious chef-crafted food. Try sizzling favorites and new creations from our talented chefs. Drink the coolest cocktail creations. Play the hottest new games to win awesome prizes. And watch all the games in the best sports bar ever. Only at Dave & Buster's.
Hey, welcome back to the Steve Dave Show. We got Dr. Joe here, and we've been talking about your baseball career at 51 years old, and you want to keep it going till 60 years old. And,
yes.
And you know, you're a living testament of not only what you produce, but you're an advocate of what you take it yourself. So that's great. And,
thank you.
And then something this year that we're going to add that people need to know. That you consultation, would that be the word?
Yes.
Would be the word that on if you're having an athlete that is going to take some kind of supplement or some kind of deals, just get some advice. Educate yourself on what you're doing. Is that a good enough?
Yes, yeah. Well, I do consultations with people. In fact, my age group of people over the years has been from age 4 to 92 has been my range. That's a big range. And I help people who've had strokes, who've had major health issues. I work with professional athletes before too. But I give people a sound foundation that I want them to be healthy for a long time. So when I get an athlete, I like them to do great in the sport, but my real concern is when your son or daughter is 40, what's going to happen then? Nobody cares about that, but I care about that. And I believe in not overtraining them, not over supplementing them, and not overeating with them either. And there's a lot of factors. Everyone's individualized, but I think some of these strength coaches and nutrition people.
So you give advice to the person you're talking to.
Correct.
I mean, so it could change if somebody's 5'10" and if somebody's 6'4".
Sure.
And different.
And their cells are different, right?
Right.
And your cells change every 90 days anyway. So the point is, there's no one size fits all. And that's what I was trying to mention. It doesn't exist that way. You can't help someone with their health and put them into like a vacuum and say, okay, you have ABC, so no, because everyone's body's different, everyone's mind's different, thoughts, likes, dislikes. You can't make the whole food go, and the whole world take organic food because maybe they don't want to. You have to fit the person's personality when you work with them. I think that's critical.
Well, something that help me out here. How many shows did you do this summer? You did, I want to say 6 to 10 shows this
last spring.
Yeah, last spring, yeah.
I think we did 10.
10 shows. That's what I was going.
A lot of different guests, yeah.
And that's what you're going to pick up from right there, and this first one's going to be. I would be done in the studio on Thursdays, and then we're going to air the first one this Friday.
Right, correct.
And then after that, it's going to be Monday. It's going to be Monday at 5:30, and then after that, they will be aired on Friday nights at 5:30, and then multiple times during the week.
But no, it's really nice when you bring a guest on. It's really, and I love bringing the guests on. And we've had Bo Hightower, we had Sydney, the yoga instructor, we've had raw food chef Karen, who brought in an organic raw food chocolate cake that I devoured on TV. It was great. We had Todd Gurley, who works to grow his market. We've had all these. We had Daryl Wells, who does the pool over at Los.
Help me out.
Rio Grande High School. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind here. Anyway, we had all these great guests. And it was an honor to have them on, but I like the fact the show airs a bunch of times so people can see them, and we're going to bring on more guests this time. We have these great medical massage ladies coming tomorrow who are phenomenal. You know, I'm very excited about
So
that.
what's the difference between a regular massage and a medical massage? So,
Okay.
I mean, that's my first question.
There's different licensure, which they'll mention tomorrow. They're certified. They go to more schooling. In some cases, insurance covers it, which I know people love that. But in some cases, that is the case. They really great with injuries. Again, not a one size fits all. Okay,
Right.
And they helped me with my torn shoulder. They were tremendous. Terry Carl owns it, and then Grace Romero is part of it as well. And Grace works so great on my shoulder. I mean, phenomenal work these women do. I was just so thrilled. Without them, I wouldn't have played this summer. Without Bo Hightower, okay, who's Holly Holmes' doctor, rehabbing my shoulder. Without Grace rehabbing my shoulder, I wouldn't be. My arms at a wait, remember it was here? 100% full range. Wouldn't have happened.
Is that part of the exercise they made you do, or
We did so many things. I'm still rehabbing.
I hurt my shoulder, and I have that range too.
Well, guess what? If you go to them, that'll come back. Yeah. But I believe in rehab all the time. I use a stick and the PVC pipe and the little crossball. But it's consistency. See, the rehab exercises I do, I realize if I don't do them, I can't play. I can't. My career will be over, and that's not happening.
Well, you'd be letting down the city of New York.
I'd be letting myself down.
But I could just imagine you playing on a team that you bring a lot of energy and that every game you play in, it's like playing in the World Series. I mean,
yes. In a way, it was really funny. You're right. It's funny, Steve. You're right. In fact, this past season, my first game, I DH'd the first game of the year because my shoulder wasn't healed yet. And I remember my first game with the young team, I said, guys, I still can't catch because it hurts to catch. And my arm felt better in warm-up. So I went in the outfield, and sure enough, in the fourth inning, a guy's a line drive to right field for a base hit. I dove, caught it, no problem, laid out fully, and someone goes, he's still the same, he hasn't changed. And I like the fact I can still do that. I mean, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling I can still do that, but I do have to be careful. I mean, I can't do that all the time. And you have to be careful in this world somewhat. You got to be smart.
Going on, we have just a few minutes left here, and I want to go back to your vitamins, and how do you get your vitamins, and what kind of price range are you looking at? Okay.
The Power Pack 3, probiotics, we all need them, Steve, okay? You do not get probiotics from Greek yogurt. That is a myth, a marketing scam that people have been led to believe, so sorry about that. In order to break food down, because a lot of us eat too fast, or we eat processed food, or we use a microwave, having a digestive enzyme helps break the food down. It's definitely going to help, especially for your gut health. People have a lot of gut problems, okay? They do. And having a really good, strong multivitamin is going to help as well. So if you have that all in a packet, you can stick the packet in your pocket. It's great, and it's very easy. It's a very easy thing to do. And when you order my vitamins online, I think with shipping, it's $56 or $58 for a month's supply. So if you go to www.powerpack3.com, that's powerpack3.com, you can go right on the site. And also, if you get 2 at a time or 3 or 4, you have that option too. See, even though I like them super fresh, some people want a few at a time. So if you order a few at a time, or if you call me personally, I own the company. I'll give you a deal. I'm allowed.
All right, Dr. Joe, we're running out of time.
We're running out of time.
Yeah, and so I just want to thank you, and we're excited you're back doing what you do.
It's my pleasure, Steve. Thank you for everything. And I just want to say one thing to the audience. Folks, please, for your sake and your family's sake, your health really is your wealth. Don't ever forget it. It's the best commodity we have. Don't lose it. It's so hard to get it back.
I agree. 100%.
Thank you.